Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the trade recap. Welcome back. We are back with a brand new YouTube video. This is the trade recap of today's trades. I am down about. Let's do the math. Let's do the math really quick. I don't know why it's not showing up. Okay, so as you can tell at the top, really quick, 424, right? So let's do the math really quick. Let's do calculator on my phone. 424 times 2. That's 848, and then I'm also down about $78. So minus 78. Oh, plus 78 plus 78. So I'm down about $926 today, and I'm gonna show you guys what my thought process was going through when all of this was happening. So let's get started. Going into the day, I was bullish because we were at all-time highs, so I didn't expect us to just dump again, to be honest with you. I took longs, right? So going here, I know the strategy works, so I'm not really, you guys can make fun of me all you want, I don't give a fuck. All right. Let's go here. So I marked this as my accumulation for my quarterly theory. I got a fart though, I'm not gonna lie. Whoa, that was a good one. All right, we have accumulation, right? And then it looks like we manipulated here, because if you look here, go on the 4 hour. But the thing is, okay, so this is it. This is the reason why. So also, we broke out of the accumulation range, but we didn't tap anything higher on the 4 hour or the daily. So I didn't anticipate this to be the manipulation, but on here, I anticipated this to be the manipulation because if you go here on ES, we haven't had swept out this high yet, this high right here. So once ES did that, I was like, okay, look, this looks good for shorts, right? Shorts happen, right? As you can tell, shorts here happen, and then draw my standard deviation. Here, we were at -2 standard deviation. I was like, okay, look, this looks good. We're in a distribution phase also. And the thing is, I was kind of hesitant. And I was like, okay, look, listen, we didn't tap anything higher time frame wise, but this was kind of like hesitant. But the thing is, we are also in a higher time frame, a bullish order flow, bullish, and dropping down to 15 minute. We tap standard deviation, swept out accumulation lows. This was my accumulation lows. Swept out all these lows inside of a gap. Dropping into the 1 minute. I wasn't too sure. I wasn't entering just yet. Basically, what happened here was price came down, SMT divergence, higher time frame gap, -2 standard deviation, boom, order block, because this is the candle that swept the liquidity. Order block. I waited for a candle closure above, entered at consequent encroachment of this order block, got tagged, got stopped, right? And then I'm like, okay, look, I'm just gonna wait. Boom. Same thing happened again. Came down, swept out this low, standard deviation projecting right here to our left, higher time frame gap, SMT at the lows, and then I'm like, okay, look, I'm looking to buy external lows. So this is what happened. ES had swept out this external low that I marked out over here. If you look at ES over here, had swept out external low, and then once that happened, I ended up I ended up entering at this low right here, right? I ended up entering here. I market ordered because I was trading 2 accounts, and then I think I did it on the combine first, then this. So right here, entered here. My stop loss was originally at this low, right? And then once we got this inversion gap here, I ended up moving my stops to this low. But then on the evaluations, I ended up adding extra contracts after we inverse this inversion fair value gap, because if this fair value gap gets inversed, we can't, this should act as support. So we shouldn't go any lower, right? So then I was like, okay, look, this looks good. Soup of liquidity, turtle soup, fair value gap right here. Inversion, sweet, this looks good. Trendline liquidity looks good. Everything was lining up here perfectly, right? And guess what? We ended up stopping me out. And then as you can tell where we're at right now, we're kind of, this could be potential retracement. Who knows? but it looks like we're starting to get that structure shift towards the downside. So yeah, like I said, I understood what I could have done better here. Like everything was aligning right. The thing is, there's no higher time frame gap here, which I should have done. But it looks like ES is tapping this gap right now after this higher time frame sweep. So this looks good for longs potentially. But yeah, that's on me. I lost. I deserve this loss. It's all good. Learn from my mistakes, and hopefully tomorrow we can do better. Like I said, down about $900, so hopefully tomorrow we can make more money. We are leaving this Airbnb tomorrow, so hopefully I have time to live trade. If not, then I'll probably just trade on my own or not trade at all tomorrow. But yeah, other than that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys all tomorrow.